Hey there, Geometry Honors friends. Have you ever wanted to design a city or design a street map like you see here? It would be kind of neat to look down on this city and you can see all the streets here. It's almost like looking at New York City, which has a lot of lines because of the streets. And you notice a lot of the streets can be parallel, or the other ones that are not parallel can be sort of transversals. Look at all these parallel lines. Isn't that great? And then we have these transversals that cut across them and that kind of thing. Well, that's going to be the basis of one of our favorite projects that we do all year. You're going to demonstrate how much you know about parallel lines and transversals and all the angles that come out of it with something called the Parallel Lines Project. In the Parallel Lines Project, which you're going to work on today in this little work module and tomorrow's work module and finish it up in class on Friday, is going to be a way for you to design, again, your own street map with parallel lines and transversals, and you're going to be placing different things in your city where the angle should be. So in the past, when we've done this project, what we usually did is we did it on paper or poster board. And you can still do that if you want this year, but I know because we are virtual, most of us, and definitely for the rest of this week will be virtual, if you'd rather just do a digital version, that's absolutely fine. And you can use any kind of online software that you like to design stuff like that. A lot of people love to use Canva. I love using Canva to do beautiful posters and designs. So any kind of digital version. Or, again, if you still want to do this using good old pencil and paper and markers and colors, go for it. Absolutely. But here's what we're going to do. You're going to be designing your own street map for a made-up city, and you're going to come up with the name of it. And it'd be really cool if you could make it holiday-based, too, since we're so close to the holidays. Some kind of holiday city. It could be Christmas or any kind of holiday for the winter time. So come up with a good name for your city. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw 6 streets that are parallel to each other. And you're going to give names to them. Name your 6 streets. And you can make them in reference to your holiday theme for the name of the city. So in the past, when we had non-holiday projects, we had like the superhero city. And so some of the streets were called like Thor Street or Superman Avenue. So be creative. There's a lot of creativity that can be involved in this project. So you're going to first come up with 6 streets that are parallel, 6 parallel streets. And then you're going to come up with 2 different transversals that are going to cut through those parallel streets. And they should intersect all the 6 ones like we saw in the first picture that we started today. Name those transversals as well. Now, in order for this to work, you don't want the transversals to be parallel to each other. So make sure the transversals do also intersect or look like they're about to intersect. The transversals cannot be parallel. Do not make them parallel. All right, okay, a couple things to add to make this a beautiful and creative street map. Why don't we add either traffic lights or stop signs or both at any 4 of the intersections that you make with your streets. You can draw beautiful little traffic lights or insert them as little clip art, whatever you like to be creative. Stop signs and or traffic lights at any 4 different intersections. And then here's the fun part. You're going to insert these 10 buildings in the different places where the angles are. So as sort of a small version of what the project could look like, if you have an angle here, you could put sort of a post office here or a fire department over here. You can see where there's an intersection, where they intersect, there's 4 corners there, 4 places. So you can put those 10 different things in different spots. But the place where they should go is dependable on the next page. I'll tell you that for a sec. So we need 10 of these things: a post office, a bank, fire department, police station, gas station, school, restaurant, grocery store, courthouse, and include your own house. And again, be very creative as you design these. You can make pictures of them, you can color them, you can design them, you can make them holiday-based too. Absolutely, be as creative as you like. Okay, now, it really does matter where you put stuff. Ready? You have to put your house and the school at congruent, alternate interior angles. Any of them. Because of the parallel lines and transversals, find alternate interior angles that are congruent and place a house and a school. Anywhere where there's alternate interior congruent angles. All right, the next part. The post office and the bank. They have to be located anywhere that you have same side interior angles. So find a spot in your diagram, in your street map, where you have same side interior angles, and you'll put those 2 things there. All right. The fire department and a police station are going to be at alternate exterior angles that are congruent. The restaurant and the courthouse are at non-congruent alternate interior angles. This is going to be tricky because we always think that alternate interior angles are always congruent when there's parallel lines. So I want you to really think about it. This is very critical thinking right here. Where could you possibly on your diagram have alternate interior angles that are not congruent? Interesting. Good luck with that. And then finally, the gas station and the grocery store are going to be at corresponding angles that are congruent. All right? So you're going to have your diagram, like we saw back in the front page, of all these parallel lines and transversals, and you're going to put the different buildings where you see here, where the angles could be, all these different locations. Okay? So be creative. They can go in different spots as long as they follow everything here in the rubric. Biggest part here. Be creative. Have fun with this. You can be as artistic if you want to draw it by hand. It doesn't have to be Picasso, but it can definitely be beautiful, be creative. Doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as we know what kind of building it is, if you can label it or draw it in such a way that we can infer what kind of building it is. Okay, when you draw your roads, again, they're not going to be just lines, they're going to be actual roads. Make sure you label each one so that we know the actual name of the streets. And again, you'll see in the next page when I talk about the actual breaking down of the points in the rubric, creativity takes a big part of it. All right, so here is your rubric, friends. All right, so it's going to be, the whole thing all together is a total of 40 points. What a great project that we can end the marking period with. A good bump in the grade, too, if we do well. And we usually do very well. All right, 2 points. Did you name your city? 6 points. Did you do the name of each of the streets? Those are the parallel ones. Did you name the 2 transversal streets? Include them. Did you include the traffic lights or stop signs? And then did you follow those 5 rules that we saw on the previous page? The house and the school are at congruent alternate interiors. Post office and bank. Fire department and police station. Restaurant and courthouse. That's the tricky one. The gas station, grocery store. Did you keep everything neat? Everything really nice and beautiful, not too messy. Can we read it okay? And look at that, 10 points. 25% of this project is just based on your creativity. So have fun with it. Be as creative as you want. Again, feel free to use, again, Canva, or you can do everything by hand, or if you know another kind of online software that you feel comfortable using to draw and design things, absolutely go for it. I don't care either way. So we're going to start this today during our work module. We're not going to Zoom. You don't have to Zoom today. You can just work on this on your own. I'm going to put this document online under resources for you so you can keep referring to it. Tomorrow, on Thursday, we're all virtual, but anyway, we're still having our work module, period 5. So again, another period to work on it. And then we're going to finish it up in class on Friday. And it will be due on Friday by the end of class. And Friday's class, I think, ends around 10:15. So we'll finish it up in class. I would finish up beforehand if you can. Maybe we can double check it. But you'll still have time in class to finish it up and submit it or turn it in. Okay, folks, there's your start of your Parallel Lines project. Best of luck. Have a really good time with this. And if you have any questions, you can always email me. All right, friends, good luck. See you next time.